Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the Nurse's Corner with your nurse, TANEISHA COLQUHOUN. Today we are going to be talking about the topic oral herpes simplex. Oral herpes simplex is infection of the mouth with the herpes simplex virus. This causes recurring sores in which small fluid-filled sores develop on the skin, lips, or mouth in single or multiple clusters. Oral herpes simplex is commonly referred to as cold sores or fever blisters. The first eruption of sores due to infection with oral herpes simplex virus is called primary herpes. It is usually contracted in childhood. Primary herpes may be mild or severe, but it often affects large areas of the mouth and always the gums. Any subsequent attack of the sores is called secondary herpes. A person is capable of spreading the infection from the time the tingling sensation begins to the time at which the sore has completely crusted over. That is called the contagious stage of the condition. It is very much unknown whether or not herpes can be spread by sharing a glass or touching something that an infected person has touched. Symptoms. When primary herpes is acquired in childhood, the infection causes gum inflammation and extensive mouth soreness. Fever, swollen lymph nodes in the neck, and general discomfort may develop. A child may be cranky and cry continually. However, many cases are mild and go unrecognized. Parents often mistake the problem for teething or another illness. In more severe cases, small blisters from the child's mouth, small blisters form in the child's mouth. These blisters may not be noticed because they rupture within a day or two, leaving many ulcers. The ulcers may occur anywhere in the mouth but always include the gums. Though the child gets bigger in a week to 10 days, the herpes simplex virus never leaves the body. When primary herpes is acquired in adulthood, symptoms are usually more severe and include multiple rapidly developing painful sores on the gums and other parts of the mouth, especially the lips. Unlike primary herpes, which causes widespread mouth soreness, the flare-ups of secondary herpes usually produce a single, raw, weeping, open sore on the outer lip that later crusts over before healing within 2 or 3 weeks. The sore is sometimes called a cold sore or a fever blister, as mentioned earlier. Less commonly, a cluster of blisters forms on the roof of the mouth. These small blisters run together and quickly break down into a sore. There is no crusting stage. Flare-ups are commonly triggered by sunburn on the lips, certain food, anxiety or stress, a cold, hence the name cold sore. Fever can also trigger it, hence the name fever blister, or anything that lowers the body's resistance to infection. Certain dental procedures can cause a flare-up as well. Although merely a painful annoyance for most people, flare-ups of oral herpes simplex infection can be life-threatening. It can be life-threatening, especially for a person with an impaired immune system, such as someone who has HIV/AIDS, going through chemotherapy, radiation, those conditions. Treatment. Treatment for primary herpes aims to relieve the pain so that the person can eat, sleep, and drink comfortably, especially children. Pain may keep a child from eating and drinking, which combined with the fever can quickly lead to dehydration, and we all know dehydration can lead to death in children. Thus, a child should drink as much fluids as possible. An older child or an adult can use a prescribed anesthetic mouth rinse such as lidocaine to reduce pain. A mouth rinse containing baking soda may also be soothing. Listerine also helps, but that might be a bit painful because it burns the sores. Treatment for secondary herpes works best when started before the sore erupts. That is, as soon as a person has this tingling sensation, then they should start to attack it. They should start to treat it. Taking vitamin C daily, and especially taking the vitamin C when you feel the tingling sensation to the lips and gums, will also help to make the attack less severe. A doctor may prescribe antiviral medications that will help to shorten the duration and severity of the outbreak. But just so you know, the virus itself cannot be permanently eliminated. It can only be controlled. Protecting the lips from direct sunlight by wearing a wide-brimmed hat or by using sunscreen or lip balm can also reduce the possibility of a flare-up. Also, in adults, we should avoid activities and foods that are known to cause flare-ups. Finally, for people with severe herpes simplex and people with an impaired immune system, antivirals may be prescribed to prevent or to limit the severity of the infection. And the antivirals can be either topical, cream to rub on the lips and the gums, or oral tablets or capsules that they actually have to swallow. Corticosteroids are not used for herpes simplex viruses because they only allow the infection to spread. So the main thing is preventative measures in adults and treating the children, ensuring that they drink lots of water to prevent dehydration. That is it today for oral herpes simplex virus. Before I go, I would like to leave with you the health tip for the day. The health tip for today is we should all eat a big breakfast, eat an average lunch, and eat a tiny dinner. So we should eat a big breakfast, eat average lunch, and eat a tiny dinner. Again, I'm TANEISHA COLQUHOUN, and thank you for tuning in to the Nurses Corner. See you next time right here on Tops Radio, same time, where we will be discussing another health topic. Have a wonderful afternoon, and remember, healthy living is not a goal, it is simply a way of life.
Number one station. The number one station. Tops Radio. Big, bad, different, entertaining, and real.